The roar that should have greeted Arsenal's arrival at Anfield this weekend has instead been interrupted by a medical update that changes everything. Michael Arteta, calm but direct, told the press that Bukayo Saka will be out for several weeks after a painful change of direction incident that forced him off the field. Arteta was careful with words. There will be no surgery this time, he said, and the injury is not as serious as some feared, but the timing could not be worse. Kai Havertz, who had already undergone knee surgery, faces an extended layoff, and names expected to bolster the opening weeks of the season, including players who have yet to feature, remain absent. This isn't a minor bump. It is a tactical earthquake that forces Arteta to redraw plans for a fixture that has carried title season importance for both clubs. Fans and pundits are asking the same question. How does a team that has conceded 0 goals so far cope when one of its brightest attacking stars is suddenly unavailable and another key signing is recovering from surgery? The answers begin with squad depth and the manager's willingness to gamble. Arteta has already hinted at internal solutions. Players who looked set for rotation will now be pushed into starting positions. Tactical shapes will shift to protect fragile moments and make the most of the personnel still fit. That could mean wing rotations, a deeper midfield block to shield the backline, or leaning on an inside forward to occupy spaces Saka normally exploits. It also raises the prospect, unavoidable at this stage, of last-minute market moves. Transfers in the final days before a big game are rarely tidy, but the club's hierarchy may be forced to consider short-term reinforcements or emergency loans if fitness reports don't improve. Every panic signing brings risk, however, and the club's medical and recruitment teams must weigh immediate needs against long-term balance. The final selection will reveal both the manager's tactical instincts and the club's appetite for urgent action. Beyond tactics and the transfer window lies a psychological battle. Arsenal arrive at Anfield not merely to pick up 3 points, but to make a bold statement about their credentials. The absence of a player who provides both savagery in one-on-one duels and a consistent goal threat removes more than goals. It removes momentum and a natural attacking outlet opponents have learned to fear. Confidence is contagious, and Saka's presence has helped shape how the team moves, presses and breaks lines. Without him, the burden shifts, and that burden will be felt most by teammates asked to perform unfamiliar or extended roles. For those players, it is also an invitation. Step into the light, seize minutes, and write your own chapter in a season that needs depth to succeed. On the captaincy front, Martin Odegaard's status, another variable. Arteta kept a cautious tone. There is an injury and the captain has yet to train, but the timeline could be short if he responds well. A fit Odegaard can steady the midfield, provide the tempo and the leadership needed in chaotic moments. If he is absent or limited, the team's verticality and control will be harder to sustain, and Arsenal will likely play with more compact blocks and counter-attack intent, trying to deny Liverpool space while exploiting quick transitions. Liverpool, for their part, will not need reminding of these headlines. Any opponent's injury list is a map of where to probe, and Jurgen Klopp's side will almost certainly aim to expose any forced cohesion issues or mismatches on the flanks. Yet football rarely responds solely to news pieces, it answers to preparation and execution. Arsenal's clean sheet start gives Arteta a foundation, an assurance that defensive organisation exists even when the attack is disrupted. That defensive solidity combined with shrewd in-game management could allow the visitor aim for a controlled result rather than an all-or-nothing open game. This moment is also a test of the club's planning. Injuries are inevitable over a long season. How a roster absorbs setbacks matters more than the setbacks themselves. A resilient squad shows up with capable deputies, a recruitment strategy that plans for attrition, and a coaching staff ready to tweak systems rather than chase a perfect 11. If Arsenal can reconfigure quickly and produce a competitive display at Anfield, the narrative will flip from crisis to character. If they fail, the headlines will be about missed momentum and the fragility of a title challenge built on a few star performances. In the days before kickoff, the noise will grow. Speculation about rushed returns, debate over selection choices, and social media verdicts on every training clip. Coaches will sit with medical reports, players will be pushed in sessions, and the tactical white ball will be drawn and redrawn. The outcome at Anfield will tell us more about Arsenal this season than any friendly could. It will reveal whether this squad's ambitions are built on depth and discipline or still too dependent on a handful of match winners. Or winners. For supporters, the absence of Bukayo Saka will feel personal. For the players stepping up, it is a chance to prove the club's strength is wider than headlines. Until the teams walk out and the first whistle blows, Arsenal must manage expectations, protect players' welfare, and show the world that their title hopes rest on more than the names on a team sheet.